Welcome everyone. Step right into the world of high-level hospitality management. Today we're focusing on the financial heartbeat of any luxury property. We're going to walk through this explainer together to uncover the critical mechanics that safeguard a hotel's revenue and ultimately its reputation. Now, this isn't just about crunching numbers. It's an absolutely essential cornerstone of your hospitality education. So let's dive right into this.
Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry. You can go ahead and consider this explainer your masterclass in daily financial integrity.
All right, here is our syllabus for today. First, we'll look at the daily financial checkpoint. Then, we'll break down the three core pillars: posting, balancing, and reconciling. And finally, we'll wrap up with the most vital component of all, the auditor's professional judgment.
Let's jump straight into Section 1, the daily financial checkpoint.
You know, a lot of people view the night audit as just a mechanical chore, kind of like a necessary evil of the graveyard shift. But as future leaders, you really must recognize it as your ultimate financial safeguard. Think about it. A hotel literally never closes. But financially, we have to draw a line in the sand every 24 hours. The whole goal is to confirm that daily operations are perfectly recorded and every single drop of revenue is captured. Without this checkpoint, you just can't begin a new business day with clean records. It effectively closes the door on yesterday so we can securely open the door to tomorrow.
So to achieve this clean slate, we rely on three distinct but intimately connected mechanical processes. These are the absolute pillars of the audit sequence: posting, balancing, and reconciling. And trust me, they aren't random tasks. They form a rigorous, step-by-step methodology.
There's a core philosophy stressed by institutions like Europe Hotel School London, and it perfectly captures this. Quote, posting creates the data, balancing checks internal consistency, and reconciliation confirms external accuracy. These are not isolated tasks. Skipping or rushing any single step fundamentally undermines the entire audit. You simply cannot reconcile what you haven't balanced, and you definitely can't balance what hasn't been posted correctly in the first place.
Moving right along to Section 2, posting, creating the data.
Let's mentally step up to a luxury front desk for a second. Posting is formally defined as the process of recording financial transactions into the appropriate guest or ledger accounts. Throughout a bustling day, transactions are just flying in from everywhere. Some are completely automatic, like room charges processing exactly at midnight, but others are highly manual, like a guest deciding they absolutely need a 2 a.m. vintage wine from room service, or maybe a last-minute raid on the minibar. Consider the anatomy of an outstanding guest balance. It's kind of like a giant pie. You have automated room charges, then food, beverage, and incidentals, things like laundry or spa treatments, which come through point-of-sale systems or manual entry. And finally, payments, whether that's cash, credit, or direct billing. Every single slice of this financial pie must be posted with absolute precision to accurately reduce those outstanding balances. Now, the auditor's immediate responsibility here is reviewing all this activity for absolute completeness. They're basically hunting for expected room charges that somehow vanished, or charges mistakenly applied to vacant rooms. Why does this matter so much? Because errors here completely distort revenue figures and misstate the hotel's overall financial health. Plus, on a purely practical level, sliding an incorrect overcharged folio under a VIP guest door at 6 a.m., yeah, that is a guaranteed way to drive intense customer dissatisfaction.
Okay, on to Section 3, balancing, internal consistency.
With our data created and verified, we now shift our focus to the back-office revenue center. Balancing is the process of ensuring that totals from different systems actually agree with one another. In a modern luxury hotel, systems have to talk flawlessly. For instance, the total room revenue in your property management system absolutely must match the sum of individual room charges posted to the folios. Similarly, your restaurant's point-of-sale revenue should align perfectly with the totals transferred to the front desk.
But we all know things don't always go as planned. What happens when they don't match? Well, this is where the auditor becomes a financial detective. When discrepancies pop up, you have to trace them all the way back to their source. This requires reviewing individual transactions, scrutinizing detailed system logs, and very often communicating with other departments to clarify some unusual daytime activity. It's literally an investigative mystery that demands patience, logic, and a highly structured approach.
Now for Section 4, reconciling,
External verification.
Once our internal house is perfectly in order, we expand our scope outward. Reconciling extends beyond internal balancing to include external verification. At this stage, we aren't just making sure our own systems agree anymore, we're verifying our records against third-party entities or actual physical counts. A classic example here, the total value of credit card payments posted in your system must exactly match the totals reported by your external payment processor.
This brilliantly illustrates the core difference between the two concepts. Balancing is internal consistency, meaning does our system match our other system? Reconciling, however, is external accuracy. Does our system actually match the bank or the physical cash sitting in the vault? It is the ultimate reality check.
During reconciliation, differences are constantly going to pop up. This could be due to bank timing issues, declined transactions, or just simple human error. The auditor has to identify these and meticulously document the resolution. Furthermore, verifying system totals against physical cash counts is paramount. Make no mistake, accurate cash reconciliation is a fundamental operational control. It supports accountability and actively protects both the hotel and its employees from theft or mismanagement.
And finally, Section 5, the auditor's professional judgment.
Now let's step into the executive conference room. We are shifting away from the technical mechanics to the strategic value that you provide as a professional. Look, we live in an era of incredible AI and automation. Technology can generate exception reports and instantly highlight discrepancies for us. But technology cannot determine the actual cause of an imbalance, nor can it decide on the appropriate corrective action within the highly nuanced context of human operations. That crucial responsibility rests entirely on you. This human element is exactly what drives high-level management decisions. Effective reconciliation resolves uncertainty. When the general manager and revenue director arrive in the morning, they need the undeniable truth of the operation. Accurate daily figures empower them to assess performance, adjust dynamic pricing, and properly allocate resources. Routine tasks, when executed with discipline and a really sharp eye for unusual patterns, truly form the bedrock of hotel strategy.
Over time, experienced hospitality leaders develop a sort of intuitive sense. They know when numbers look right, and they know when those numbers demand a deeper investigation. So, I want to leave you with this question. As technology automates more of the raw data creation, how will you use your intuitive professional judgment to transform routine audits into a critical, strategic management function? Thank you so much for engaging with this explainer. Keep elevating your standards, and best of luck to you as you build your expertise in luxury hospitality.